Okay, so now I'm going to draw a circle photo frame for the photo that goes here and then put some text in these columns. If you go back to my sample, you can see I have kind of this gibberish text. This is called placeholder text. And what that is when graphic designers are building something like this and they don't know what it's going to say yet, but they still want to build their layout, they just put this fake text in called placeholder. So we're going to put that in and this circle photo, and I'm going to show you how to wrap the text around that photo. So let's go over here to our flyer that we're creating, and we're going to get the text box. Go ahead and just make it a really big text box, just one big giant one, and I'm going to show you how to put it in the columns. So I drag a box from here to here, and I want to go over here to character. Let's make our font Arial. Not Arial black again, make it Arial regular. And whoops, it didn't do it. Let me try that again. Arial regular, and I want the size of my font to be 9. And you can just leave the leading and everything else as is. Alright, so to fill this text box with that placeholder text, I'm going to go to Type. And whoops, I have to select the text box first. Select the text box and then go to Type, Fill with Placeholder Text. Alright, so then that put all the text inside here. I think that it didn't make it the right size, so I'm going to fix that real quick. Get the Type tool, click anywhere inside there to get the cursor blinking, and do Control A to select all of it. And then go over here where it says 12, and you can put it down to 9. Alright, and I want the text box to be in these two columns. So I'm going to go and take the selection tool at the top and drag it so that it's just going in this one column only. And then I'm going to close that up. So now I have this one column full with the text. You can pull this down here. I want you to have like a little bit of space between your these colored bars and your text. Should look something like that. Alright, now I'm going to zoom in, and when I do, you're going to see here at the bottom, see that little red square and plus? That means the text is getting cut off. So like if I were to make this a bigger box, that just means there's text that's being cut off in the window. And so what I can do to make it appear over here in this column is click that little red plus, and now you'll see I have this weird thing on my cursor. If I start up here and I drag a text box to fill this column, it will put all that text that was over here and it'll flow it over here to this side. So for instance, if I were to make that smaller, you can see that however I move this text box, it flows it back into the other column. So if this was real text, that would be important to know how to do. Alright, so now let's get a circle frame tool, ellipse frame tool, and I want you to make a circle photo that goes in the middle of this page. So I'm just going to hold the shift key and drag a circle. If you want yours to be about the same size as mine, let's make them like 150 by 150. And I'm going to get the selection tool and center it so that it's like in between these two, inside this gutter, in the center of the gutter. Alright, now I want the text to wrap around that. I don't want my text to go over the photo. So if you go over here on your properties panel where it says text wrap, when you first open it, it might look like that, but you can click these 3 dots here to open that. So go to text wrap, open up your options, click on the third box here, which is to wrap around. So it looks like it's wrapping around a circle, right? So click on that one. And then over here in this box, I want you to put 10. So it has 10 pixels. So what that did is it gave us a 10 pixel border around the photo so that it's not touching the photo, it's just going around it. Okay, so now we have our master page. It is all ready to go, and I wanted to make this go on all my pages so that I can edit them, but everything will be in the same place. One thing I want to do real quick though is I want to move my headline down just a little bit. So make sure you have everything the way you like it, and then we can save it. And then in the next video, I'll show you how you can put the photos and change the colors of everything on your other pages.